What it do, YouTube, Bills Mafia, football fans out there. STEFON Diggs and the Bills, the way it all came to an end, the trade, I thought it would never happen. Comment if you were shocked back then when that news broke. It always kept seeming like the whole Steph Bills drama was being just drummed up by the media. You know what I mean? That it wasn't a real thing and that maybe he would play into it and troll along with it at times. His brother as well. You know, we saw it before he signed the extension. We saw it a couple times, but at the end of the day, it really happened. And, it was clear he had, I don't want to say bitterness, but he felt some kind of way towards Buffalo. And one of the things that he did was pull down all those Buffalo pictures, just anything related to the Bills off his gram. I think maybe his social network period, but most definitely his gram. And you see now he put him back up, man. So I don't know if like he's made peace with it all or he just ain't feeling some kind of way anymore. At the end of the day, it was crazy too that Houston got the dub over the Bills, even though we were definitely the better team, man. You know, we made it all the way to the conference championship, which we did when he was here with the Bills as well. But yeah, man, at the end of the day, he put his photos back up. What do y'all think about it? And let's see what people are saying. No, I don't think this means anything. Just an observation. Definitely not happening. No, he ain't. No way in fucking hell he's coming back to Buffalo. No way. I don't see it. What's the deal? Is he a free agent right now? Was that a 1 year deal? Definitely not happening. But wouldn't it be freaking hilarious if he did? As hell if it did. What second rounder from Houston would hit on a whole other level? That second rounder from Houston would hit on a whole nother level. No thanks. Not gonna lie, I don't think it's a bad idea, especially for cheap. Let's see. I ain't reading that from a female, with some pause-ish language. You know what I'm saying? If a man's about to read it, some things you just can't read. You know what I mean? And pause for even reference and all that. Oh no, I feel like that bridge definitely is burned. I concur with that one. I mean, could you imagine the reaction if that news broke? Oh, hell no, that ship has sailed. Oh no. Did he ever take the pics down? One Bill's photo was his goodbye letter. Yeah, no, he most definitely did. Everything prior to that, yes, he took them down and reposted them today. Interesting. Yeah, no, I remember that for certain. Diggs had like the letter thanking the fans and everything like that. That's what I mean. It was always so weird, right? It was like so many times in the thing about Diggs too, what happened in Minnesota, the way it all went down, we saw a lot of it play out on social networks. So it was just always so weird, and I always felt like it was it was hype, and the hype wasn't real. But at the end of the day, the hype turned out to be real. But I personally think it was more with the franchise than with the players personally. We'll read a few more of these and then we'll close the video out. He put his Viking stuff back up too, LOL. Is that factual? If it is, maybe he's just at a, time in his life looking back on his career. You know what I mean? It's just like, just in general in life, ain't it wild the way you can just change as a person so much, so many different points in your life. Like if you look back the way you felt about a particular issue or person or something that happened in your life, how you feel a few years later, you know what I mean? It's wild. That's why it's always good to not make any drastic decisions a lot of the time, but being sporadic, spontaneous, impulsive, literally they say is like a recognized sickness or condition or whatever the fuck you want to call it for some individuals out there. That's factual. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me in a whole nother conversation about how that is being mass diagnosed these days to a particular portion of society. It's crazy, man. If you know what I'm talking about, you know. Let's see. Probably not happening, but the Bills are always entertaining. I'll give them that. Keon and STEFON are whole, complete different people. I can't imagine them as teammates. Well, you know what? What I want to know, he coming back, don't put that into the universe. Don't even put that into the universe. Charge up your phone. Someone says, I had videos where people got at me about that. Like, damn, man, charger ish. The 5% warning popped up mid, mid commentary. No, if we get him, it better be for sub 10 mil coming off an ACL tear. The answer is no. So I don't know, man. But yeah, is he a free agent or what's going on? Yeah, so just by a quick Google here, a couple stories hitting the headlines in regards to Stefon Diggs. I guess he is a free agent, but what was I gonna say? Oh, Bills fans. Okay, so I don't know. I could be ignorant to something that happened, as I haven't been tapped into the blogosphere the way I typically do. I say that way too much these days, man. But I want Amari Cooper back personally. Like, we got Keon Coleman, Shakir locked up in the extension. I don't know. I like our receiving course. We just signed what's his name, who played with the Chargers. He's from the T Dot. That'll be interesting, like a local individual. You know what I mean? That's cool. That'll be lit. Remember Naaman Roosevelt? Like, he was straight from Buffalo to 716. Was the T Dot, the 905 or something? But let's see right here. But yeah, what's the deal with Amari Cooper? Do you think he'll be back? Did I miss it? Something happened? Comment below. Aaron Rodgers, Stefon Diggs, highlight top players available. NFL free agency is gone by blur. Hold on, I want to get to the part about Diggs. So, this is just the best by position. And running back, Dobbins, receiver, Diggs. Here we go. Diggs is coming off a torn ACL suffered last October, but still has proven himself to be a playmaking wideout at 31. He had 47 catches for 496 and 3 TDs in 8 games with the Texans, averaging 10.6 yards per catch. Prior to last season, Diggs notched 6 straight 1,000-yard seasons with the Vikings and Bills and was selected to 4 straight Pro Bowls. Yeah, in the one year, he was the receiving leader, right, with Josh, the year we went to the conference championship, I believe. What a season that was, man. And, man, I remember just taking it back to then, a memory that popped in my head. I remember, I think it was our second win over the Patriots. Or no, did we lose to the Patriots that year? I think we may have. Or no. Yeah. And then, but that's the thing with the Bills, since we've been the AFC East, undoubtable, undeniable, just champs, run the division. You know what I'm saying? The AFC East runs through Buffalo until further notice, and ain't ish gonna change when it comes to that. Any divisional rival that has got a dub against us, we got our revenge in a major way. Like against the Patriots, we beat them. That actually might have been the next season that we lost to them, I think, on that primetime game where all they did was run the ball because it was windy as fuck. We annihilated them and then beat them in the wild card round 2 and annihilated the fuck out of them. Was going for it on every 4th down. It was crazy. It almost felt like how Belichick used to do when the Patriots were. You guys remember that? I think it was the undefeated season when they were saying in press conferences, like, why they'd be up by 3 scores and doing ish like that. And he'd be like, well, like, stop us. You know what I mean? It was crazy. But, yeah, man, Diggs, free agent. I'm seeing another report that the Jets are interested in him. Jets predicted to lose free agency battle for $14 million star playmaker. Let's see. The New York Jets recently signed Justin Fields to be the team's new franchise QB in 2025. Let's talk about that as well. What does everyone think about that, man? Fields, a lot of quarterback drama last year with the Steelers. Russell Wilson, got hurt early on. Fields had his stint at starter. And they ended up going back to Russ, and a lot of people were up in arms about that. And Fields handled it like a leader, He was like, hey, if I did enough, they wouldn't even like going to Russ, danger Russ, wouldn't even be a thought. There would be no way that the team could do it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That was like a mature way to look at it, I thought. But then later they started putting in, packages for him to take snaps at quarterback, like a wildcat, if you will. I've often wondered why we never saw more of that in the NFL when the wildcat became a thing. Why, like how you could see a two quarterback offense in college, to a degree that only goes so far in the NFL. A lot of people say it's ludicrous, but I don't know. There's a lot of things that people thought would never fly in the pros, and things have trended in different ways. But man, the Jets have been connected to free agent wide receiver STEFON DIGGS, who's currently recovering from a torn ACL suffered last season. DIGGS would be a solid boost opposite of Garrett Wilson. So who are they going up against? But Nick Brinkerhoff recently predicted DIGGS would sign a free agency contract with the Cowboys to team up with his brother. Quote, it seemed like DIGGS would return to Houston, but the Texans ended up having other ideas. Now DIGGS will almost certainly wear New Jersey next season, but the landing spots are starting to dry up. The Cowboys make perfect sense from a location standpoint, making the trek from Houston to Dallas, in addition to being the team where his brother Trayvon plays. Dallas can't go into the 2025 season without another receiving threat next to CeeDee Lamb. So, interested, man. DIGGS still a hell of an athlete coming off that surgery, though. You know what I mean? Football is a business. Negotiations are going to be rough. Will he get like not a prove it deal, but like a prove you still got it, prove you're still, back where you were after. That's a serious injury at this point in his career, So hit the comments, guys, with your thoughts. DIGGS throwing up Bills post. I don't back up. I'm not sure if the Vikings posts as well were put back up. What do you take from it? Do you take nothing from it? The free agency market, Fields with the Jets. Like, let's discuss it all in the comments. Drafts close. It's getting interesting, man. I can't wait till football's back. Subscribe. It's coffee. I'm out of here, guys. Peace.